If you want to learn code or build softwares using AI but have absolutely no technical knowledge, then this video is for you. We are in middle of an AI gold rush right now, where things are moving faster than ever before. Imagine being able to create the amazing softwares without needing to know the intricate details of coding or programming or software development. Well, with AI, that's very much possible. We all know that using AI tools like Cursor AI or Bolt.new or any other this kind of code editors out there, we can build very sophisticated, high quality softwares without even writing a single line of code. The thing is, the core definition of a software engineer or a programmer is changing very fastly since last couple of years. Think of yourself as an architect designing a beautiful building. You don't need to lay every brick yourself. Instead, you have intelligent robots and AI tools that does and handle the entire detailed work for you. In this video, I'll explain to you how you can use AI efficiently to learn coding and to build softwares even if you're starting from absolutely scratch. On my YouTube channel, you can find a lot of beginner friendly tutorials where I'm building mobile apps, web apps, using these kind of like AI coding tools, and these are like absolutely beginner friendly videos. But this particular video is actually your point to start. This is where you can actually understand the entire ecosystem really well. So please do not forget to subscribe this YouTube channel, and please watch this video until end so you do not miss any point. In web development and in mobile application development, we often distinguish between front-end development and back-end development. Front-end is what user sees. So we actually have like frameworks that we use to develop front-ends, and then for back-ends, back-end is where actually the actual magic happens, where the actual logic and algorithms are implemented. That's the back-end, and that's where actually we use separate sort of like frameworks to build backends. For front end, there are a lot of options to choose from when it comes to front end frameworks, but my favorite one is you can go with React. And if you want like one framework that handles both front end and back end development, so you can like choose, or you can work on one framework that actually handles both of your front end development and your back end development. I highly suggest you to go with Next.js 15. So Next.js, actually inside Next.js, you can build both front end of your application and back end of your application, and this has a huge community, and you don't need to like switch to frameworks. And still, Next.js is based on React, so you are still in that JavaScript family, but you are going with like you're choosing this option, and in this option you can actually build both your front ends and your back ends. And when it comes to developing the mobile apps, you can choose something like React Native. React Native is a cross-platform framework. That means you can build one source code and then you can publish your app on both Android and on iOS. I have a very detailed step-by-step, highly beginner friendly, absolutely beginner friendly video tutorial, detailed video tutorial where I'm explaining and where I'm actually building a live React Native app inside that video, where actually I'm like guiding you how you can start from absolutely scratch and then you can build a React Native app. You can check that video on my YouTube channel. Similarly, for Next.js 15, there is an entire course on my YouTube channel. You can just go there and follow that entire playlist related to Next.js 15, and you will able to learn Next.js 15 within very few days. Well, choosing the right framework usually depends on the requirements of your project. What exactly are you going to build? For instance, if you need a fast and scalable solution, Next.js with TypeScript is an absolutely solid choice. Alright, so let's assume you have selected your framework. If you're going to build a mobile application, you're going to develop that in React Native, and if you're going to build a web application, you're going to do that in Next.js. But you are now wondering that, okay, I have chosen that, I have done that, but what's next? How can I start a project? Well, the best way to start a project is to start. I mean, literally just start. Just start developing the project. Well, I'm actually now going to give you a detailed step-by-step guide how you can actually start developing your first actual project. Step 1, decide your project. You should know what you're going to build. You can use AI for that, you can use ChatGPT for that, and you can actually create a requirements document inside ChatGPT. Go to ChatGPT, explore some ideas, and then come up with the most basic, simplest idea, as simple as creating a to-do list. A basic, simplest idea with minimum possible requirements. Just define your project inside ChatGPT, create a very basic requirements document. What are requirement documents look like? It just look like the functionalities of your project, the tech stack that you are going to use, and that's it. I mean, that's kind of it that you should have inside your requirements. So define your project and create a basic, simple requirements document using ChatGPT. That's your first step. The next step is choosing the right tools to now develop this software. So to make your life easier, I highly recommend you using something like Cursor or something like Windsurf. If you want to build something serious, some serious projects, I won't recommend you using web-based IDEs like Bolt.new or like Lovable, and there are like a lot of other web-based IDEs. I highly recommend you having an actual developer experience right on your computer by installing like all of those prerequisites. You can watch my video related to prerequisites that you need to have before you start development. So you can actually download like Node.js, and then you can install, you can set up environment variables. You can just watch that video. It will actually guide you how you can set up that. And after that, just download an IDE, something like Cursor or something like Windsurf. Just download. These are Cursor AI and Windsurf are just Visual Studio Code extensions. These are just like extensions of Visual Studio, but they are like, they act as your AI coding agent. So you don't have to write a code. What you do, you just act as an architect who are using now these tools as like an architect, what you are actually looking to develop. Next step, once you have selected your IDE, you have set up your development environment, and now you are actually ready to start your project. Now this step is communicate your vision. You simply need to tell your IDE what exactly are you going to build. In Cursor, we set up a requirements file, and in that requirements file, you can copy paste all of those ChatGPT content in that requirements file where you have requirements of all of your project. There is an entire video about Cursor on my YouTube channel. You can just watch that and it will help you to set up your first project inside Cursor. Next step, so it's time to write code. So once you have set up your basic empty project inside Cursor and you have created a requirements document, Cursor AI agent now understands your vision and everything about your project. Now next step is to actually start building the functionalities. So remember the first requirement document that you created. So take the first feature from that requirement document and now start developing that feature. Ask Cursor to write code for you to develop that particular feature. As soon as Cursor creates some code files, just try to review that code. Try to ask questions from Cursor about that code. I highly recommend you to like understand your code that Cursor AI is writing for you, because that is very important in case if you want to like learn something about coding. I know that you don't need to like write code, but at least you should learn what exactly is written inside that code. You don't need to memorize the syntax, because that's kind of like the thing of the past now. Syntax can be written very well by these kind of AI coding agents, but you should at least understand your code, and you should ask questions from Cursor. You should go to Stack Overflow and you should like just randomly ask like different kind of questions on Stack Overflow, or just research what Cursor has written. This won't this won't slow you down, but this is actually very important for you to have a very strong base if you want to build something serious, something big in future. So build first feature that you mentioned in your requirements document. Next step is now test that feature, review that code and make sure that everything is working. Number 2, build now second feature, build third feature, and keep testing back and forth. If there's any error that you are facing in Cursor, just post that error on communities like Stack Overflow. Try to talk to other developers. Try to like ask basic questions from other community. Most of the times your errors will be resolved inside Cursor by Cursor only by just like copy pasting that error inside Cursor. But sometimes if that error is not, you can say like if Cursor is unable to fix your error, now you have to now look to other options, which is like asking questions on maybe my YouTube channel, or maybe just like go to these communities like Stack Overflow and then ask questions there. And this way actually you will learn a lot of things. So the best possible way is actually you just build your first product, fully build that product and launch it. That's your first task to achieve. Or what you need to do, you need to like maybe start 20 different projects. That way you can actually get overwhelmed, you can get lost, you won't feel that motivation. But initially you just need to like start maybe like different kind of like empty projects. You need to like start creating and setting up empty projects like 10-15 times, so you can just get used to of like just creating an empty project. Learn the commands to the npm commands to run and create your empty project. Learn the commands to like then push your code on GitHub. Learn about all of this stuff, and then like start getting used to of it, and publish your first product online and share it with your community. Your goal should be your first product needs to be an absolutely simple basic product, full of errors, doesn't matter, but your product should be launched within maybe like a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks. Using cursor you can build things very fast, but you still need to take time to get used to of things and then like learn about basics things about programming and coding, so this way you can have your first product up and ready in a couple of weeks. Your goal should be, as soon as you have built your first product, now try to be a bit more complicated. Try to now add a backend. Try to add more complicated authentication system. Maybe try to create a blockchain Web3 app. So your first 5 products have to be basic crappy products, but you just need to keep going on, keep creating new projects, and keep testing things, keep testing different kind of interfaces, keep testing different tools, keep testing different kind of front end design tools, maybe like vzero.dev or this kind of tools, but you just need to keep going on and keep testing and keep testing. With AI and these kind of coding agents, the bar to develop softwares has reduced so low that no anyone can actually develop softwares using these kind of coding AI agent. So what matters right now is your creativity, how creative you are by using these tools, how amazing products you can actually build. So it doesn't matter how easy it becomes to write code or develop softwares, but still you need to use your own creativity to become creative and to create something amazing and to create something that actually matters. So don't get demotivated when you see other people building some basic crappy products. Don't get demotivated by that, because the bar to develop softwares has raised so low that it has never been easier in history to build softwares than it is now. So all you have to do is just believe in yourself, and then keep making different kind of small projects, and then ultimately use your creativity and create something that actually matters and that can actually solve some big issues and big problems. I hope you learned something in today's video, and my whole motive in today's video was just to motivate you that it's not difficult anymore to build softwares, to develop softwares. It's so easy now. It has never been easier. So all you need to do is just start and start getting your hands dirty, build some 5-10 crappy products, and you will ultimately end up with something really good. I see you next video. Please do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I see you next video. Bye bye.